This is 240-9, and this one has earned the title of Lot 1 in this year's edition of the Built the Brand sale. I'm chuckling a little bit. Boots is here with me to talk about these sows, and it was probably 6 or 8 months ago when you were already predicting that this one was going to be Lot 1, and you were mad about it then, and I think you're still mad about it now. But if we can get over that for a second and talk about this sow for a second, I think to see her on screen, to see her in picture, to study her pedigree, to evaluate her resume, to consider what she's done, and then think about what she'll still do. I think she represents everything that I would want in a Lot 1. And if I dare to take that a step further, I think she represents everything that we strive to do from a female perspective here at the farm and in our program. I think she represents that kind. I think she represents the kind that's been important to me. Her reach behind, her comfort level out of her rear leg, the way that she's built from a skeletal standpoint, the look that she has up front, the forearm, her forearm's huge, and the way that it's laid into her is perfect. She's a kingpin, and I don't think we can overstate the value there being a kingpin. She's out of a Dirty Secret sow that would have sold a couple years ago. She's got a Calcutta sow, a Colt 45 sow, a Swagger sow, all of which have sold in past Built the Brand sales that were part of their own contemporary groups and excelled where others didn't. And I think that all speaks volumes to what this sow is and what she represents. She's bred to absolute. She's due on the calendar when those litters have value. I think we've got it teed up for you about as well as we can. I think there's certainly a lot to like here, and I haven't even talked about the pigs she's had. 240-9.
Yeah, I won't ever forget. I guess there's about 30 ways where I could start this conversation.
Were we feeding in the ferry house when you saw her the first time?
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay.
The first time I seen this sow, she would have been nursing the litter that we would have sold last spring, the 32 litter. And Jesse made the comment. He said, "I think this is going to be Lot 1 this summer in the sow sale." And I looked at him and I said, "You can't do that." And he said, "Why?" I said, "I didn't even know she existed until right now. So you can't sell it. You have to give me a little bit of time to feed stuff out of her." And lo and behold, there was one time out of 1,000 where my argument actually had a little bit of persuasion power, and she stuck around for one more year. And then through the course of last summer, the litter that she was nursing when I saw her for the first time, those were at a disciple, she would have had the reserve crossbred gilt at Columbus for the Foster crew, and she would also had the third out in division there at Indy for the Garland family. Both those bears, and both those pigs out of that litter I thought were incredible. I thought they were very good, but most importantly, they started good, they stayed good, and they responded when we asked them to. And then to kind of tee that up for this spring when she came back through, bred to misconception, that litter was arguably as deep and powerful of anything that we've had. I can tell you, I know there's a bear up north that's very, very good. There's one in Iowa that's already gotten along a little bit that I'm very, very high on. There's a bear in Missouri that I think long-term has a very bright future. I know he's rattled around here at these jackpots and made the top 5 a couple times, but all those pigs are a long ways from being ready, but they all started out the same way right now, and it's the feedable look to them things ultimately is what's going to set them things apart and actually give them a fighting chance to be very good when it counts. And the pigs out of this sow have fed. And there's no reason why they won't continue to do that, because honestly, I think the way that she's bred now gives me the most reservation about selling her, even though I realized I kind of came out ahead in the argument once. I wasn't going to push it 2 years in a row, and honestly, as deserving of a title of Lot 1 that we've probably had.
Huge opportunity here, and I don't think it matters what part of the business you're in. If you're in the business to make better stock and have an appreciation for high-end livestock, I hope you tune in and pay attention to this one. This is 240-9. She will sell as Lot 1 in this year's Built the Brand sale. She's a kingpin, Dirty Secret. She's bred to absolute. She's due June 10th, and she will sell on June 3rd.